Hello, Northwest Montana. My name is Taylor Inman. Here are some headlines for September 5th, 2023. The integration of Logan Health and Billings Clinic was made official on Friday, with Dr. Craig Lambrick leading the new healthcare system as Chief Executive Officer. In an email sent to employees on September 1st, Lambrick said the work of marrying the two organizations will take time. Starting this week, work groups from both organizations will begin mapping out integration strategies. There are separate work groups for people, patients, integration, finance, information technology, compliance, philanthropy, and education and research. Former Billings Clinic CEO Dr. Clint Seeger will be the chief physician executive of the new healthcare system, which remains without a formal name. The integration of Logan Health and Billings Clinic was announced in February. As of May, the two healthcare organizations had sent the necessary filings to the Federal Trade Commission. Lambrecht said in the email that employees and medical staff will benefit from the scale of the organization, which will create more opportunities long-term through sharing best practices, advancing quality and safety, and, quote, supporting initiatives that neither organization could support on its own. Brad Shipper, Chief Operating Officer for Logan Health, will serve in the same capacity with the new healthcare system. Ellen Layton, who served as Chief Legal Officer for Billings Clinic, will take on the role of Chief Administrative Officer. And Cole Turner, Chief Financial Officer of Logan Health, will continue on that role with the integrated organization. A National Park Service report shows approximately 2.9 million visitors to Glacier National Park spent an estimated $368 million in nearby communities. The peer-reviewed visitor spending analysis conducted by economists at the National Park Service said that spending supported nearly 6,000 jobs in the local area and had a cumulative benefit to the local economy of $548 million. Discover Kalispell Executive Director Diane Medler said visitation to the park is critical for many businesses who gear their operations to accommodate the rush of tourists. She said peak time for park visitation is very important for a variety of businesses throughout the valley. And when tourists are in town, nearly every kind of business can benefit. Medler said outside of the obvious businesses that visitors utilize, like restaurants and lodging, they might also need to get their car repaired or get their cell phone replaced. Whitefish Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Kevin Gartland said the park is the #1 economic driver in the area. While the ski hills bring visitors in the wintertime, Glacier Park drives the tourism economy in the summer. The entire region saw a huge increase in visitation after the start of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, and the Daily Interlake reported in May that local experts expected that trend to continue to slow down. But in a bustling diner or grocery store, businesses are still feeling the rush. Canyon Foods and Hungry Horse had a summer for the books, according to office manager and supervisor Annette Horn, because in addition to the normal tourist boom, the store is servicing nearby fire camps, opening a little earlier for crews to stop by for a hot breakfast before heading off to fight fires in the Hungry Horse Reservoir. As one of the last grocery stores on the way toward Glacier National Park, the last few years have been a whirlwind for Canyon Foods. According to the report from the National Park Service, there was $23.9 billion spent by nearly 312 million park visitors in communities within 60 miles of a national park in 2022. The cumulative benefit to the U.S. economy was $50.3 billion. Highlander, an international long-distance hiking initiative, is coming to Kalispell at the end of September for its first-ever event in Montana. Highlander is a Croatian backpacking company that organizes hikes of multiple lengths across the world and added the United States to its resume in 2022. The main event format in Kalispell is a 5-day hike about 60 miles in length with 4 checkpoints. At each checkpoint, Highlander crew members organize various educational, entertaining group activities and presentations. There's also a shorter event format in Kalispell, a 3-day hike covering around 30 miles. Highlander hosted its first event in 2017 in Croatia, and the group has experienced significant growth with each year. With hikes in Croatia, Georgia, Spain, Portugal, Italy, and closer to home, California and Kalispell, the group hopes to combine community with outdoor activity. Each Highlander trip requires a down payment, which in the case of Kalispell ranges from $359 to around $2,400, depending on the amount of spots purchased and the trek selected. The price includes cooked meals at certain checkpoints, backpacking food, a variety of drinks, and participant injury insurance. While participants must bring their own gear and camping supplies, the Highlander trip gives people the opportunity to take a long-distance hike without the stress of planning and safety concerns, according to representatives from the company. The event will host between 180 and 200 people. Participants hike at their own pace, guided by themselves until they reach a checkpoint for the night. There they will camp, eat, and attend presentations or events. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to read these full stories and more great local coverage at dailyinterlake.com.